morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Public Library, Tracy, Frie, and Peggy Bohlin back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I'll try not to punch myself in the face with my microphone there while I'm talking.
It would make a good show for us.
I do that all the time, to be honest here. So, how are you ladies doing this morning?
Doing well.
Good. How's now that we're fully engaged back to school and I guess you could say our new normal is here. How's life at the library? Is it picking back up?
Oh,
People are
yes.
coming in and
my.
utilizing the resources of the library and all
Yes.
that stuff.
Yes, after
Awesome.
school, you'll see a bunch of families come in with their kid,
Good.
and they're checking out items. So, yes.
Awesome. So, of course, don't forget, the library is that resource for you on everything from you homeschoolers out there looking for extra stuff to even now that we're fully engaged in school, there's a lot of online resources available to you, tutoring, things like that are available, and all of it free of charge as long as you have that library card in good standing,
Yes.
Yes.
And like you said, that's not really hard to get one of those. It's not like you have to basically you have to live in Roswell, and that's it.
That's it.
You get a card.
There you go.
Completely free, and then as long as you turn in everything on time, it remains free.
Yes.
But no, seriously, we joke and we talk about this, but the library is way more than just checking out books. Now, obviously, we'd love for you for that purpose. If you're just coming in for fun reads or just because books are expensive. This is the cheap way to read,
Yes.
and do it for free and everything else. But if you need other stuff, if you're needing things like tutoring for your kids or even access to materials that aren't found between pages, audio mediums, visual mediums, things like that. There's a lot of different apps and programs and things that are available through the library that you can access magazines for free online or music online for free or any. So it's not all work. There's some fun stuff there too. It's not all about. But of course, it's a little bit everything there. So please, I before we talk about all these things coming, there's a lot of cool stuff that's coming up the library here. Please, this is a resource that's free of charge. You pay your taxes. This is the reason why you do this stuff. Utilize it. It's there for you for free. It's a whole world open to you in this building that is accessible to you by just simply getting a library card. And all the gaps in the world we have now with education, with everything we're running in, now more than ever, the more you do for yourself and your family through things like this, the better off you're going to be. Just my advice to you. Yeah, my opinion and advice to everyone out there. So, that being said, I know you guys have a list of stuff coming up here
Yes.
of things, which is cool. Yeah,
Yes.
and it's for everybody.
Yes.
You got some for the little kids, the teenagers, and that's
And
the
the
harder
adults.
one. Teenagers sometimes get left out of things because
Right.
they don't want to mess with the little kid stuff because, they're
It's
too
little
cool for
kid
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's
too cool
right.
for that.
That's right.
But they're quite not mentally ready to handle some of the adult topics and things
Right.
and the projects. So, you guys work really hard for the tweeners there, the ones
Yes.
in between.
That's right.
That
That's
it's
right.
like I'm not quite ready for the adult stories and things, but Judy Blume ain't cutting it for me no more. I
Right,
need something
exactly.
a little bit more meaty. You know what I mean?
Don't knock Judy Blume.
I know, I love Judy Blume. But as a 14-year-old, you're like, I'm too cool for Judy
That's
Blume.
right.
I ain't Tales of a Fourth Grade. Nothing ain't nothing I'm about no more.
But
you
it's
know?
great when you're an adult, you can go back to those, and it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, but as a
Well,
teenager,
even
it's
to
like,
this day.
no.
Well, that's the beauty of books because you share those experiences. It's like I even think that's easier than because people do it with movies and stuff with their kids, right? It's like, I remember 101 Dalmatians originally or whatever,
Right.
Whatever.
Oh, yes.
Books, you don't even have to have that filter. It's like, look, I read this book as a kid. And I mean, like Judy Blume's the perfect example of those books. Almost all of us, I think, a certain age group would probably have read or at least very familiar with those books. I'd say for me in my age group, Shel Silverstein poetry is another one that's right in that wheelhouse. But those are timeless things that you loved as a kid, and you could go get them at the library right now,
That's right.
take them home, and share them with your children.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why the library is awesome.
Yes.
I agree.
Very good. So enough of me. What do we got going on, and what do we want to tell the folks about?
Well, for one, we are now open on Mondays.
Awesome.
So now we're open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 7 and
Good.
Friday and Saturday from 10 to 6.
Okay. Excellent. So now, now you don't have that excuse anymore. My books are late because you can't use that.
No.
By the
That's
way,
right.
the drive-thru's always open, and you
Correct.
can put that through at any time. And computer technology, I hate to tell you, it's not like the old days where they can fudge it and be like, no, I put it in Friday. No, the moment you slide that book through, it's got. I'm not going to explain the technology, but it's got technology to tell when it's been checked in and it's checked out.
Yep.
So
Right.
they know. It's not like Blockbuster Video back in the day. It's like, no, I dropped it in the box. I swear.
It's in there. Look.
All right, there's a whole generation of people that have no idea what I just said.
That's right.
We're aging
That's
ourselves.
right. A little bit
Yep,
here. But
yep.
that's great news. So, and
Yes.
now, of course, so folks, if you're thinking, oh, I can't go to the library today, Monday it's closed. No, it's now open. So
Yes.
don't let that stop you. And then don't forget, whenever the library is not open, the online side is open all the time. So if you need
Yes.
some of those
Right.
resources that you can actually access and without the help of or the need of a librarian, really, you
Right.
can do all, because, you just get registered and everything. And you do that when you get your card.
Right.
But once you have access, so even if it's after hours and the kid's got a book report due, there are resources that the library can
Right.
offer you that doesn't involve you coming in the library too. So just make that aware for folks.
Yes.
But good. So new hours. The Monday's back in now, back open.
Right.
So does that mean you guys are open 7 days a week now, right?
No,
No.
not Sundays.
Not Sundays. So
Not
every
yet.
day, but Sundays. Very
Right.
good. Awesome.
Okay, and another thing that's coming up is next week, September 28th, we're going to have the National Voter Registration Day at the library. So you can come in between 10 and 7
Okay.
and
Registered
register
to vote. So
Yes.
if you're not registered to vote, then you can do so.
And that is on a Tuesday.
Very good. And this is great for folks because, I mean, obviously, as we get close to these elections, we actually got
Right.
some coming up here. But it's going to be fast and furious, people getting you registered and all that.
Right.
But if you want a political pressure-free
There you go.
environment to register to vote,
Yes.
come to the library.
Right.
You can register as a big old D, a big old R, or a big old I, or a big old whatever.
Whatever.
And
Yeah, that's right.
you do what you want.
Exactly.
And no one's there to sway you, tell you, or whatever. You just do you. Just get registered.
That's right.
You do you.
So that's where I do it. Like when I registered to vote, when I first came to, I went to the library. I'm like, I'm going to places that aren't people trying to sway me one way or another.
Exactly.
That's right.
I want to do me, and that's one of those places. So please utilize that. And what's the date on that again?
It's September 28th, Tuesday, between 10 and 7.
So next Tuesday, swing on by the Roswell Public Library anytime between 10 and 7 to get registered to vote.
Yes.
Now, quick question. I don't know if this is probably you or for the election people. Is it just for people to register, or can they come and change affiliations and do all that too?
That
or?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, call ahead and ask on the day of if your question. If not, if you need those issues, just call the clerk directly. Maybe that would probably. But I was just curious. I didn't know if people could do those things on the event too, or just. Okay. But if you're not registered, please come on down and
Right.
and get her done. Excellent. What's next?
Okay. This week we started story time back again. So yesterday we had Mother Goose,
Okay.
which is for the from
The
birth.
preschool.
Well, it's from birth to 3.
Yeah, leading up to school, I guess you can.
And then today we'll have our first preschool story
Okay.
time, which is for ages 3 to 5.
Okay.
At 10:30.
Gotcha.
It's going to be meeting at 10 on Wednesdays. I'm hearing the echo. I'm sorry.
All
It's
right,
bothering me a
you need to
little.
close that door. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, close that door. I'm sorry. I have headphones on, so I don't always catch that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go for it. There.
Okay. So Mother Goose will be meeting every Tuesday at 10:30, which is for the birth.
Okay.
And then for ages 3 to 5, every Wednesday at 10:30 will be preschool 3 to 5.
Okay.
And just come on in. You don't have to register or anything.
Yeah, it's just
come
come
in.
and go kind of events, and usually it's a little story. Some have activities and things
Yeah.
as part of it
Right.
as
Yeah,
well.
songs.
But they're all
rhymes.
geared, like you said, the Mother Goose stuff. That's like your infants, and really probably before the child themselves can start reading at
Right.
that point, and it's
Right.
you're reading to them. And
Right.
trust me, I know we've had these discussions. There is a ton of studies and research out there. Children that are exposed to reading long before they can read and all that, the stats are there. They do so much better in learning and education and all. I mean, it's off the charts different. So please utilize these resources and if you can't come out to some of these, please do them at home. Get those books. Come to the library.
And borrow them.
Borrow a bunch of books. and read them at night or during the day. Read them to your kids. Do that. Get them involved with that. And then, of course, obviously, as the story times for the little older kids, and they get a little more involved in the reading side and all that.
Right.
Stuff.
Right.
But
right.
it's all skill appropriate, obviously.
Right.
So, but yeah, these are great. It's great to see they're back because this was kind of a pre-COVID. That was something that was kind of a weekly thing. Mondays,
yes.
Mondays you get the toddler. However, so now that's back. So parents,
Which is great.
Parents, get back on the schedules here. Get that back into your list of activities and things you got planned for the families during the day and all that. And of course, and like I said, it's geared towards your schedule too. So like the kids that aren't in school yet and all that, those are in the morning and things like
Right.
that.
Yep.
But like your elementary age kids for their story times and things, they're just kind of set up to be after school, so that they can actually come and attend.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
but if you want complete list and times and things, like and follow the Roswell Public Library's
Yes.
Facebook page, or come by. You can get the old calendars and print them off and put them on your refrigerators just like that. They've got them there at the library if
Yes.
you like the more physical in your
Right.
face, something you can mark off.
Yep.
I get that.
Or highlight.
It is kind of satisfying to check off things sometimes on lists like that. So
That's
I like
right.
that. Yeah. So, but you can come by the library, pick that up, put it on your fridge, or like I said, if you're a more technical savvy, just like and follow Facebook, or if you're an Instagrammer, the library also uses the Instagram pretty regularly, so you'll get information pretty steady on those. What's next we want to announce?
I just want to remind everyone that we do have the theater games. That's for
Okay.
ages 10 and up. And those are held on Thursday at 4:30 every Thursday. And so we would like for kids to come on and try it out and see if they like it.
Yeah.
And we also have the Girls Who Code for teens.
Okay.
And that's still meeting on Saturdays at 2 p.m.
Okay.
If you're interested, come on over.
Cool. Do
2
they do
p.m.
actual cooking things in the
Code.
Oh, code. Oh, you said cooking. I'm sorry.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry. So it's coding, computer skills.
Right.
Okay. I literally thought you said cooking. I'm like, yeah, I could eat.
He's ready. You need a little
For
breakfast.
girls, not for you, Mike. I'm sorry.
I can eat the results, right? So, but yeah, all you coders. So teenagers, girls for
Yes.
this one. If you've had those aspirations of wanting to design games or design, you probably, I want to be a designer. Well, you got to learn to crawl before you learn to run. And I don't care how technology goes. You got to learn the basics of code and how all that works before
Right.
you get to the part of designing the cool what's it that you're making there.
Exactly.
You got to, it's kind of, unfortunately, if you want to be a scientist to do all the cool stuff, you got to know the math and everything behind it to get there. So
Right.
it's no different here. So, yeah. Excellent.
And let's see, yesterday we started our first sensational STEM class.
Okay.
And that was for grades 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. And they did, what was it, straw bees, and they were grading catapults and windmills.
Okay.
And the kids, we had some kids that showed up and they enjoyed it. And
Good
that's
deal.
going to be every Tuesday at 4:30.
Okay.
And Peggy's involved with that too.
Very
Right,
good.
and I'm going to start mine. Barbara Chavez started hers yesterday,
Okay.
and she's every other week, and then I'm the alternate every other week.
Got you. So
And
you do
so-
every other week.
Right.
There you go.
So mine is going to be based on the ACE curriculum, the Aerospace Connections and
Okay.
Education.
Excellent.
So mine will be about flight, about the principles of flight,
Sure.
Bernoulli's principle.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Newton's laws
Excellent.
and all of that. So
Excellent. Well, this is
that'll
it.
be.
While we're talking this, let me ask: do you guys still have the take-home kits for the STEM and stuff? Too?
Yes,
Can they
STEM
do
and
that?
home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The,
yes,
the projects.
definitely.
This is obviously this is kind of spawned from COVID, I think, initially.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things that I think will last probably long after COVID because it's a good idea, you know. But basically, for families, and again, inquire at the main desk there at the library.
Right.
But you've got basically take-home STEM projects, activities that you as families can do together, and of course they're divided by age appropriate and the different subject matters and
Right.
things. But there's a list of them, and when you get to the library, ask you to look at them. But you can check them out much like you would for a book, and all the materials, with the exception maybe like a pair of scissors or something like that,
Right.
is everything you need to do the project and the lesson plan is right there. And and the way that they've set it up, you don't have to be a teacher or professor to help do these. It's kind of set up like teaching for dummies, and it's got a step-by-step list of okay, now do this. So you as a parent can feel confident in helping your child through these things. So that's another resource available through the library. So, I mean, please come out to these events and participate. But
Right.
if you still don't feel comfortable coming out, social distancing, there are other options available for you through the Roswell Public Library.
Right, and the STEM at Home kits are getting pretty popular. So,
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited that the patrons are coming and checking them out, and I hope that more people the word spreads and that more people come and check out the STEM at Home kits because they're really awesome.
Make them make more.
Yeah, I know.
Peggy make more.
we have over 20.
Good.
So I mean, there's plenty of variety.
Good. Yeah,
that's
so
good.
come and I would imagine if you're loving and involved in this thing and you're kind of thinking, hey, do you have one for this subject or this subject? And there's enough demand. Hey, let's create one. You know, I mean that's again, all these programs they're offered there for you to help and enrich and make your lives better. But this is also a fluid thing. This is your library too. So if there are things you want to see or things that you think are beneficial, share them with these ladies and all the staff there. And let's because I'm sure they would love that input too to help make their curriculum and see what the public wants and what the public necessarily doesn't want. That's kind of that helps with that feedback. So please come out, and if you want more, let Peggy know here, and let's see what we can do. So. Good deal. I'm sorry, I got interrupted on the other list of events there, so
that's okay.
get sidetracked.
And also, you're going to discuss your Roswell Galaxy Club.
Right. So every other Wednesday, the same Tuesday, the same week that I do this sensational STEM, I'm doing on Wednesday at 4:30 is the Roswell Junior Galaxy Club.
Okay.
And this semester, we're going to be focusing in on rockets.
Nice.
So we're going to be learning about, how rockets work, and the parts of the rockets, and the end.
Little Robert Goddard information going on.
Right, exactly. And so we're going to be designing and building different types of rockets. And the final rocket will be one that's a model rocket that will be shooting off probably not in the, it's the kind with the
ones,
engine.
Yeah.
So we can't just do it right in town.
Yeah. These things shoot up like, a half mile or something in the air or some crazy height.
And we don't want them landing on a car or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're looking maybe the Wool Bowl or something.
Yeah, someplace.
Whereas somewhere that it'll be safer to do that.
Well, good news is we got plenty of open space right here. We find a spot to do this.
So that will be at the end of the semester on a nice sunny December day, probably.
Very good. Yeah, those are pretty. If I remember, when I was a kid, I wasn't per se, but I had a friend that would build the rockets, and I would hang out. But I think it's close to what you're talking about here, where you have to build. They come with the engines, and they're they're different sizes, like D or C, or I don't remember the way they come. But yeah, and you have to build the rocket. If you don't do it right,
you don't launch.
You might have or you have a explosion up. I've seen a couple of those too. Unfortunately, not on purpose. We accidentally replicated the challenge.
No,
because he had a space shuttle one, and we built. And of course, we're dumb kids, so we stuck army men inside it, it blew up in the air, and then the parachute came out, but it too was on fire, so it was just all just going to the ground. But we didn't have supervision.
Okay, that answers my question.
Yeah, we didn't have supervision. So, but it is really really cool. So I don't, even if you just love that kind of stuff, please come out. Hopefully you're like, I want to see explosions and fire and everything, and you come out and learn stuff. I don't care what gets you there. Let's get you there. You know what I mean? Because we all love that. We all like a good. Why do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger's made all that money? Because we love explosions. But
that's
anyway.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. What's coming up in first week of October? We're going to have our first book bite.
Okay.
Which is a book club for
kids.
For kids.
Nice.
And our first book is going to be Binocular.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be on Thursday, October 7th at 4:30, and they just have to come in the library, borrow the book.
Okay.
And meet up.
And this looks like a good Halloween theme.
Oh, it's a great book. If you haven't read it, you'd love it.
Binocular. So I'm thinking like a play on bunnies and Dracula, right?
Okay. You got it.
Good deal. So
you have to read the book. We can't tell you everything.
Yeah, we don't want to slip the story away. What's just out of curiosity, what's kind of the age range appropriate for that book? Is it more young kids or
elementary?
Elementary, I'm not sure. Okay, so
Yeah,
like your
so
fifth,
third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Good deal. Up to maybe mid school.
Yeah, second graders might
Like second
as well.
to maybe sixth grade or something like that. They probably
Third through fifth is like
okay.
the most appropriate.
So middle school might be the ceiling on that one. So, but anyway,
Yeah, they might not even.
well, you read it. If you're into it, you're into it. You read
Yeah.
it. You know, if it seems a little immature for you, then maybe next time I pick a more mature book.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to the young adult section.
Yeah.
Down to the next section. You get another book. Very cool. But that'll begin the 7th of October?
Yes.
For book club for the kids here.
Once
Yes.
a month.
And I imagine each month will be a new book and a new
Correct.
subject. And so as part of the book club, what's some of the, other than reading the book and then having discussions, is that kind of, or is there some activities planned as part of it
Yeah,
too?
we'll have some fun activities.
Cool.
We're going to discuss the books and and go from there and see what the kids really want to do with it.
And for kids, to maybe sway you to get on this, because maybe not be familiar with how book clubs work and things, because mostly that's something we do as adults. But basically, it's all of you in the group read a book together, and the one lesson you learn out of this, I think more than anything else, is you can have 10 people read the exact same thing and get 10 different reactions to it.
Exactly.
And that's what book club is all
That's
about.
right.
And
Yeah.
that's what and so as children here, you're going to get to learn some of that and say, wait a minute, I read the same book you did. I didn't get that,
I missed that.
Yeah. And so that's what this is all about. So again, sign up, and I guess obviously you can get a copy of the book there at the library.
Right. You just come and check out the book, and then just meet us on
Okay.
that Thursday.
All right.
And we'll discuss, and we'll go from there, and then we'll choose another book for the following month.
Good deal. So come on. So I guess it's not an official sign up, but
No,
checking out the book is like, hey, you want to come
just
be a
show
part
up
of our book club.
and just show up for the meeting and discussion. Yeah.
Now, is there a special spot in the library where those books are kept, or
Yeah, they're all in the children's
in
area.
the chair? Okay, I didn't know if there was like an end cap or a special display with
No,
those.
actually, it's over near the reference desk in the children's area. We have them stacked up in case someone comes and asks about it.
Okay,
It's right there.
So there is a central location for all.
Yes.
Perfect. Very good. What's next on the list here?
Well, I just want to remind everyone that we do have our monthly programs. We started Stitchers United Crochet Club,
Okay.
and that normally meets on the second Saturday,
Okay.
and that's at 10 a.m., 10 to noon.
And that's for adults.
Very
Yes.
good.
Oh,
And
well, it's crocheting and knitting. So, I mean, if you're a teen, you can
Well,
come
that's
on.
true. That's true.
If you have a
Yeah.
love for crocheting and
Yes.
knitting, come on out and be a part. And if I remember right, it's skill level's not like if you want to learn. You know, there's enough people there that kind of get you going. But if you're more experienced, you can kind of come a bit. So skill level's not the big thing. It's just the camaraderie and learning and appreciating crocheting and knitting and things, and hopefully spawning some younger generations of people to take up these hobbies
That's right.
as well too. Very good.
And then on Mondays, we're going to have Cup of Java. That's from 10 to 11 a.m. People come in. They can have a cup of coffee in the library.
Nice.
Since we're open now on Mondays.
Yeah, got a Monday. Come in, have a cup of Joe, and unwind.
Socialize with the people there.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays, we have Tech Tuesdays from 5:30 to 6:30. You just come in at the reference desk, and you just let them know if you have like an issue with your iPad or whatever.
So they're helping people with some minor computer issues, things like that. Obviously, they're not going to be swapping hard drives out and stuff. But if you got a software program that's giving you some issues or
you have no problem downloading something, maybe they'll try to assist you as much as they can.
Cool. Okay.
And we have of course, for adults, we have the coloring between the lines.
Okay.
That meets on Tuesdays at 5 a.m.
5 p.m.
I'm sorry.
5 p.m.
Yeah, they can come out at 5 a.m.
The
library won't be open, but they can sit on the curb.
That's like a morning group there. The polar bear.
They need a cup of Java with it then.
Yeah, they need a bigger cup of Java, I think, for that one.
And this past Saturday, we had our first Saturday movie matinee. We did Spies in Disguise, which we had a nice turnout. Next month on the 16th, we'll have another movie.
Awesome.
Do you know what it is already?
It's going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That's the animated Spider-Man movie. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty popular.
And that's going to come on it's going to start at 2 p.m. on
Very good.
October
Nice.
16th.
Great family outing. You know, bring the family out, spend
We
some
have
time with the
popcorn.
kids, and pop some popcorn and sit around the screen and enjoy a movie. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice way to kind of end the week there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's hot, you can just come chill out in there.
Yeah, exactly. De-stress and have some fun, spend some family time.
Yeah.
Watch a free movie. Can't complain. Eat some
Exactly.
popcorn. Yeah. Oh, and while you're there, check out a book. Take it home with you.
Yeah.
That's right.
After you finish, just go in the library, check out a book. Yeah.
Very good. What else we got?
And we have, next month we're going to start our Crazy Eights Math Club.
Okay.
That's going to begin Tuesday, October 5th at 4:30. And it's a after-school club designed to get kids fired up about math for kindergarten to second grade.
Okay.
And we're going to have Lego Club on the 14th, which is a Thursday at 4:30. That's going to meet once a month.
Okay.
And then we're going to have games.
Okay.
I can't speak. And that's going to be on a Thursday, October 21st. So, like, Thursdays we'll have something different every...
Okay. Thursday's like fun activity.
At 4:30.
4:30 day. I was saying night,
Yeah.
but it's really afternoon.
Oh, and I'll probably get killed if I didn't tell you about the 4 Shilling Short, which is going to be on Tuesday, October 19th at 5 p.m. It's a performance is coming in.
Okay.
And enjoy music from Celtic lands, Europe, Asia, and America with an assortment of musical instruments. So you have this couple coming in and they're going to perform.
Okay, so think of like the Irish, so it might be like bagpipes and mandolins and some more unique instruments we don't see every day.
Actually, I'm not sure about the instruments because I didn't set that one up.
Gotcha. Well, I'm thinking like Celtic. I'm trying to think of like the types of instruments and things. I think Irish jigs and things like that. So so a lot of that folk music type type vibe. I think.
Right.
Cool.
And
so that'd be I guess for all ages. I'm assuming.
Right, and that's going to be on a Tuesday at 5 p.m. October 19th. All our events are free. So.
Yeah, absolutely. These are free of charge. That's the beauty of all this.
So if you come in and it's not to your liking, it's not costing you anything. Just come in and check it out.
Well, and this is especially with the kids. I'm very much a big fan of let's throw as much at them, see what sticks. Because they're learning in the world. How do you know if you like something or not unless you try it or you better get exposed to it? And the library is built exactly for that. That's what the library does, to open new opportunities for you or find out what the ones you like and don't like. So, yes, come participate in the event. Maybe it turns out you love coding or something like that. Didn't realize you love it. Or maybe you found out, it's not my cup of tea. So be it. Let's move on to something else. But that's just it. Like you said, this is your chance to learn and explore and have fun doing that. So please, parents, encourage this in your kids. And kids, if you're listening, should be at school, but anyway, if you're home today or home in school, please use this as you tell your parents, take me to the library. I want to get some books and I want to participate in some of these different activities and things. So.
Of course, we're having a big celebration on November 13th. That's a Saturday from 10 till 1:30, and that's for the James Webb Space Telescope.
Okay.
We're going to have a big event then, and they were going to be launching the James Webb in October, the end of October.
Okay.
But the date's been changed to December.
Okay.
But that's okay. We're still going to celebrate it because, golly, it's going to go up there soon.
Yes. Is that through just NASA, or is that a SpaceX NASA thing, or how they get it up
NASA.
there? All NASA. Okay. I didn't know if SpaceX was working because they seem to be launching more ships.
Well, there's a lot of partnersps. I mean, it's not just NASA. ESA, the European Space Agency.
But as far as who's got the rocket, it's NASA.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Actually, the Ariane rocket is not NASA.
Okay.
The James Webb Space Telescope is NASA.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's like
NASA's hitching a ride with the private guy to get it up.
No, the Ariane rocket is from, I want to say ESA, from the European Space Agency.
Oh, I got you. So it's a European government. Gotcha.
So, like I said, it's collaboration with different space agencies.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning too. See, I don't know either. It goes up and then we go have. So is this just to run out of time, but real quick, like how does this telescope compare to say like the Hubble? I mean, is it similar in?
It's much bigger.
Okay.
And it's going to be using infrared instead of. Hubble uses a little bit of infrared, but this is more of infrared.
Better. Now, are they going to send it the same direction that the Hubble is, or is it going a different place?
It's actually going to be it's going to be at the Lagrange point 2, which is much, much, much further than the Hubble.
Okay.
And will not be serviceable because it's so far away.
Gotcha.
So it's a one-time shot.
So when do they expect to start seeing like data?
6 months after it's launched.
Cool. Well, very cool. So if you want to learn more, come to the library, and we'll come out to these events and come participate in the launch or
the party.
pre-launch party.
Pre-launch party. There you go. That's November 13th.
Very cool. Very good. Is there anything else we need to mention? Of course, again, if I know we threw a lot at you in a
Yes.
short amount of time here. Follow if you go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov, you will find the link to the Roswell Public Library's website there. You'll find all the information we just talked about here. Or better yet, come by the library, pick up a calendar, put it on your fridge, put it wherever you keep those things, and keep that handy. And, of course, for you social media folks out there, like and follow the Roswell Public Library on Facebook or Instagram. If you use one of those two platforms, you'll be regularly kept up to date on all these and other events, too. So good way to stay. And, of course, if you have any questions about anything, don't hesitate. Call library. They'll be happy to get that information to you. And don't forget, now open on Mondays. Yeah. Come out for a cup of Joe on Monday.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you here next time. And thank you for all you do. Appreciate it. I know you guys are keeping real busy out there.
Yes, we are.
That's awesome to hear. So I'm glad to see you. It's just nice to have you guys back talking about a bunch of stuff, you know.
Right.
Yes.
We've just spent the last 2 years and like, well, we might be able to. Now we're having stuff.
Let's do it.
Great. So
That's
thank
right.
you, ladies.
All right,
Appreciate it.
thanks.
All right, 8:50.